What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another public video for New Biology Clinic. I wanted to take this time to go over something that was brought up in one of the group classes that I thought was worth bringing up to everybody else, and just a kind of more consolidated version of that. And when that is, we need to be able to give our body a reason to trust us. And what I mean by that is when a lot of times we work or I just live our lives really, we find ourselves talking bad about ourselves. We find maybe not the best image of ourselves, which creates a lot of this negative energy towards, again, our own self. And I think when we can establish that for most people, that is an experience that everyone can relate to. We already can tell that there is this, even though it's us, it's our body, there is this separation, almost like this dualness that's taking place within us, where it's recognizing that I have a view of myself, and because I have a view of myself that isn't a positive, but I want a positive, it's almost like you're talking about somebody else in a way where it's like it's me, but it's not just me, it's something more. And I say that because when we can go through that and see that that is an image that a lot of people do have of themselves, where it maybe isn't the best. We talk bad about ourselves, we talk down to ourselves, whatever may cause that, that's really not the point. But the reality is then, how does then that transpire in our day to day? How does that look with our actions? And when we are somebody or we know somebody who moves a lot and they use that movement and exercise to do just that, is to try to force the body to go harder, go do this, do that. I'm not saying don't push ourselves, but when we do it in a way that isn't actually listening to the body, and it's saying, all right, body, do it, go do this. Well, we're tired. Well, I don't care what you are, go. Eh, You might not be saying that out loud or even in your head, but there is this, I have to push it. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. And the body's going, yo, we can't do that, or we are not in a place to do that right now. And when we continue to go through this mindset and this no pain, no gain, in many ways, there's a correlation there with this piece that I'm bringing to the table of, we need to give our body something to trust us. We need it to know that it can trust us. And how do we do that? Well, forcing it to no pain, no gain is going to go, okay, we'll do what you want, but we don't trust that you're going to have our best interest at heart. And this is why a lot of people who are go, 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 go with their movement, with their life, and not ever really taking a minute to listen and be with the body and really connect, you start to see that people get hurt. Their body just shuts down. It's just going, I can't do this for you anymore. I can't continue on this path that you are asking us to do. We are going to have to make a change. And if you will not make that change, we will do it for us. And this is where people find themselves in this downward spiral, in my humble opinion, through years of watching and observing and listening and doing all my own observations of self, my own experimentation, is going, I'm gonna shut you down, Pat. I'm gonna not let you go do what you think you want to do. Not because I'm mad at you, not because I don't want, it's because you're not leading us well. I'm talking about myself. And so we're gonna force you to slow down. We're gonna make you listen. This is what my humble opinion an injury is doing. It's going, we are slowing you down, so you have to address this in a very different way than what you're doing. And when we can do that and see that, well, now what's starting to happen, at least from my point of view, is that people start having a different relationship with injury. People start having a different relationship with those communications of the body. Notice how when we get really, really injured, we are then way more um, inept to be in this state of, okay, I don't want that to happen again. I'll listen. And there's a hesitancy, not because maybe it's fear driven or anxious, but it's going, I heard you, body. I heard you from that experience. I'm going to be more mindful next time in that situation, whatever that may be. People who throw their shoulder out, then they're like, I'm gonna be way more careful when I get my arm up here, or if I'm gonna twist really fast, it's like I'm gonna be really careful with where my body is as I'm going through that motion. And when you do that, that's what we call rehabilitation. My, not to go too off the rails here, but my idea and understanding rather, true rehabilitation is not just move this joint, move this area, and everything's going to be fine. We need to strengthen it. It's going, no. We need to strengthen our relationship with that movement, that gentleness that we're bringing to it, slowly building the strength, slowly building the intensity, but it's that slow, controlled, calm state that we're trying to engage and trying to build up is letting the body know, hey, you can trust us. We're here. We are giving you our full attention. And if we can do that without needing all the injury and the rehabilitation, you're gonna be that's what training is that you're doing that mindfulness and that slow and controlled repetitiveness and that calm breath supporting everything. You're doing that without needing to have the injury be the thing that gets you on that path. So when we can take a minute and stop and go, okay, how can I get my body in a place to trust me? Well, I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to be mindful. I'm going to move with purpose. I'm going to move with an intention. I'm not exercising. I'm training. That's what training is you're giving your body the attention it needs and deserves. You're giving it the breath, the support, and little by little, you're giving it a reason to trust you. You're giving it a reason to trust you in those moments where then you go, hey, listen, body, we got a lot going on. I know you're tired. We got to get through this. The winter's coming. We got to, cut all this wood and stack the wood. We got to just, the body will give us that. We know that because we've been in situations where it's like, I just got to get through this week. Body, I'm here for you. And I've seen that happen with people. I've seen it happen in a positive way. I've seen it happen in a negative way where the body's just so drained and we push it to its limit, but it still will give us sometimes what we need. But if we can have that gentle relationship and it will pull into the reserves. It will go to that place where we're like, man, I didn't think I had it in me, but I had to just, you know, dial it in and just drive forward and my body was able to do it. And that's where we want to have that relationship with the body where it's going, okay, yeah, we know we know once we're done with this extreme, you're going to give us what we need and we'll do it for you without giving you the injury response. We might be super sore, we might be maybe a little achy, but we know we're in good hands with self. So I want everyone to hopefully take this and go run with it, do what you need to do, reflect on it, but hopefully it gives you some sort of clarity in this sense of what I mean by give your body a reason to trust you. If you're going to force it into the fire every single time without that ability to recognize what's your relationship with self, and it's always a negative or it's you're forcing it, just know that it's going to be a lot harder to trust you. Just like if you know somebody who's always taking from you, taking from you, taking from you, and you're like, man, how do I trust that you're going to give back? Right? I want to be there. I want to give. I want to help you out, friend, random, other friend of yours, family member, but you keep taking from me and there's no reciprocation here. If anything, you're talking behind my back, talking about how terrible I am or how I'm out of shape or I'm ugly. Like that's when you put it into that context, I ask any of you, would you actually keep that person in your life or would you want to keep doing nice things for that person? It would be very hard for us to get into a state to go, you know what? I feel good about this. Not that you aren't kind and that you want to do things to help people out and you have a good heart, but it becomes very, very difficult to keep putting yourself out there for somebody who, in return, they just talk bad about you, they take advantage of you, they force you to do things, they try to force you into positions and situations you don't really want to do, or you do them and they want more from you. Like, if that was any other relationship, most people would not be happy with that. They would go, you know what, this feels like I'm being abused, feels like I'm not being appreciated, graded, there's no gratitude, there's no respect. So when we look at it for ourselves, some of you might go, oh crap, that's me. How can we make that change? Well, we got to give our body a reason to trust us. And it doesn't have to be, the craziest thing to start off. It could just start off with, let me give you the breath. Let me listen. Where do you need our attention right now? Is it the shoulders? Okay, let me gently move the shoulders. Is it the neck? All right, let me move the neck gently. What do you need from me, body? Start there. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully this helps. And if anyone is looking to join the clinic, wants to see more of this, more in detail, more in depth with everything that we're doing, you can go to newbiologyclinic.com. That's where you can find me. You can find all of our practitioners, our enrichment services, anything that you're looking for, you can find there. Again, at newbiologyclinic.com. Have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone.